What are you looking at? Ew, what do you mean, ew?
Your laugh.
Okay. What about my laugh? Nah, I'm playing. That's nasty. Anyways, hey, we back to it. This will be either episode 3 or 4. I'm not sure. But how y'all doing, YouTube family? How y'all doing, IGTV family? First things first, what I need y'all to do is comment, like, and subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're on IG, I need you to like, comment, and follow and share. Now, disclaimer. I want to let y'all know right off the bat on IGTV, it will only be half of the video on IGTV. If I put the whole video, I probably won't be able to upload it because it'll take up way too much space. And also, like, I'm putting a full video on YouTube. God dang. Yeah, I'm putting a full video on YouTube. With that being said, I hope that y'all are doing good today. And we about to get into it. We about to, finna get this information popping. So, yeah. For those who don't know me, my name is Mareas. I make music. I do photography. Do a lot of things. Jack of all trades. That's how you got to be. Jack of all trades, master of none. Sadly. But we finna get lit. You finna get this information. So, tap in. Alright, so today we have a requested video, and the reason that I have my phone here is 1, for recording audio, and also so I can read off the question, because like I said, this is a requested video. For episode 3 and 4, this is a requested video. I want to give a shout out to Cindy HXO. So if you're watching this, I appreciate you and thank you for requesting for this video. So she sent me a DM on Instagram, and it said she wanted me to make one about relationships. So this video will be about relationships. Now, I could talk about relationships all day long. I swear I could talk about it forever and ever and ever. But I'm going to try to get straight to the point because I know a lot of people have little to short attention spans. So I don't want to take up your time too much. And also, I would like to shout out Grace Kimya. I don't know if I said that right. But I'll put their IGs in the description box below, and I will put their IGs in the what do you call it? The comments? The comment section? Description? Yeah, description. I was right. Anyways, yeah. So she said, do you think it'll be better if you also put some advice and the consequences of loving someone? So if you could remember that for me, you'll do that for me, camera woman?
I'll try.
Okay. Yeah, advice and consequences of loving someone. So, I will restate the question one more time for myself and for y'all. So, the question is, you said make one about relationships. Okay, so like I said, I will start it off with talking about males and then talking about females. With males, well, matter of fact, this can go for both. I feel like for a relationship, I feel like if you're not, 1, financially stable, if you're not emotionally and mentally stable, you shouldn't be in a relationship. I say that because if you don't have a car, why are you in a relationship? How are you going places? You know what I'm saying? If you don't have money, why are you going places? I feel like you should get yourself together first before you even think about getting in a relationship. Now, you have some people who don't care. Was that your stomach? I don't know if y'all heard that, but her stomach growled. Anyways, yeah. You have some people who are considered ride or dies, and they don't care what your income looks like, if you have a car or whatever. They're there for you. But that's just the very small percentage of people. Majority of people, they care about income, this, that, and the third, which me personally, I don't care about income like that. It's where your mind's at. It's not what your pockets look like or how many things you have or if you got Gucci belts, if you got Birkin bags, like none of that matters. With that being said, I feel like you should get yourself together as far as physical, mentally, emotionally in all areas, I feel like you should get yourself together before you get into a relationship. I feel like that's the very first thing that you should do. With relationships, you have, especially with with females and males. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna make it for both, right? With females and males, you have something called a high vibrational person and you have a low vibrational person, right? A low vibrational person, I would say, is, think of it like the type person that you have who always argues all the time, who always fusses, who always starting problems and never solves it. You have those people in life who argue, start problems, do all these different things, but they don't fix it. They just keep it going. It's like a chain reaction almost. This happens, then this happens, then this happens, then this happens. Like, have you ever seen them relationships where they'll get together, they'll argue, break up, be done for a little bit, get back together, argue, break up, back together, argue, break up, back together. Like chain reaction, chain reaction. First things first, with that happening, it's never going to be 100% ever again until y'all both just realize in y'all head that we got to stop. We got to make a drastic change within yourself before we keep this going. But 9 times out of 10, when you have a situation like that, you shouldn't just keep on going back and going back. Type person I am, I'm a one and done. Like, if it's meant to be, I feel like God is going to bless you to be in my life once again. But yeah, you have high vibrational and you have low vibrational. Low vibrational, negative, arguing, bickering, always a problem, very jealous, very insecure, all that, right? High vibrational person, not jealous, not insecure about themselves, has love for themselves, not clingy, doesn't have abandonment issues. Not, if y'all start an argument, then it'll be fixed because y'all will communicate about it. Y'all be mature and adult enough to communicate about whatever situation is going on. That's high vibrational. Whenever you're looking for a relationship or you're in a relationship, you want high vibrational. You never want low vibrational. A low vibrational person comes with a lot of baggage, a lot of depression sometimes, a lot of different issues. High vibrational, low vibrational. You don't want low vibrational. You want high vibrational. Another thing too, when you get in a relationship, especially with men, you only want somebody who is highly interested in you. Somebody who is highly interested. Not mid-interest, not low interest. High interest. You got to realize something too. With relationships, and this is something that I struggle with. I'll tell you some about my personal struggles, right? Let me get a sip of water. Y'all drink y'all water too. Now, this is something I struggle with. In relationships, you know how you get played, you get heartbroken or whatever like that, right? Once it happens, y'all next relationship, y'all don't put 100% into it. And I'm saying this to myself too because I was one of them type people. I got played, whatever you want to call it, right? Went into the next and was like, you know what? I'm not going to put 100% in. I'm going to put 50% in. Because if I put 100% in, the same thing that happened last time is going to happen again. You got to look at relationships as lessons. Don't get mad about it. Don't sulk about it. Don't be depressed about it. Look at it as lessons. When you change your mindset in the inside, things won't hurt you because you will flip it. It's like being an optimistic opposed to a pessimistic. An optimistic is somebody who looks at life in a positive way. A pessimistic is someone who looks at life in a negative way. Pessimistic is going to be like, I don't want to go to the beach. There's sharks in the water. Oh, I don't want to fly. The plane's going to crash. An optimistic person is going to be like, yeah, I want to go to the beach. You know, it's so beautiful. It's this, that, and the third. They get on a plane. I never been on a plane before. I could see the world from high above, you know, negative and positive. Pessimistic, negative. Optimistic, positive. You know what I'm saying? I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about before that?
You're not putting 100%.
Yeah. I'll be losing my train of thought like that. Yeah. Yeah. But you have to look at each relationship that you go into as a lesson. You need to take what you can from each relationship and apply it to your new relationship. Let's say you got cheated on in your last relationship. You learn your lesson. You pay attention to what that person did that you were in a relationship with. And then you go into the next relationship. And then if you see them same behaviors, then you know what it's going to come to. You get what I'm saying? You use these relationships as lessons. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying don't get mad about it. Don't, because everybody has to let out anger. It's never good to just bottle up anger and bottle up how you feel inside. It's always a good way to let it out. Now, letting it out, the way you let it out depends on you. I'm not saying do anything toxic. For instance, for females slashing tires. Well, I mean men slash tires too, but I'm not saying break it down to that level. But let's say if you make music, make a song about it. You can make money for it. You could get views for it. You could blow up off of it. Make a YouTube video about it. You could get some views. You could build a support group with it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you have to use these relationships as lessons. You have to always use it as lessons. And when you go into the new relationship, you go into the new relationship 100%. Always put in your all 100%. Because it's not fair to that new person if you just go in there and you put 25%, 50%, 75%. You put 100% in everything that you do. You put 100% in with that person because that person did nothing to you. You give a person trust. You give a person honesty. You give a person loyalty. You give a person all that until they show otherwise. You know what I'm saying? You give them 100% until they show otherwise because it's not fair to them if you don't. With that being said, what a lot of people need to do in relationships is stop playing the victim card. Stop playing the victim card. In relationships, you do not play the victim card. You have to become a person where you're able to look into yourself and you see what you're doing wrong. Whenever I talk to a female, a male, whoever it is, and they try to tell me about their problems and they just try to vent to me, you know what I ask them? What did you do wrong? I don't want to hear about them. What did you do wrong? And 9 times out of 10, you know what they said? I did absolutely nothing. Now, you very well could have done nothing. You very well could have done nothing. But it's good to look at yourself and to just see, what do I do? What do I do? How do I act? Because you got to realize something. You got to realize something, right? And this is a famous saying. You are what you attract. You are what you attract. If you attract to somebody that's toxic, put a mirror to yourself. Are you toxic? You are what you attract. With that being said, put a mirror up to yourself. Put a mirror up to yourself. Are you toxic? You could be. You could not be. But put a mirror up to yourself. Do not play the victim card. You have to know yourself. If you're in a relationship or you're in relationships, you have to know yourself. And you have to be willing to fix yourself. It's females that I've talked to that has told me that they've been in abusive relationships before. That their boyfriend hits them. That their boyfriend slaps them, hits them, punches them, whatever, right? But you know what they don't mention? They don't mention that they hit them as well. Now, me, I'll never hit a woman because I know what I'm capable of. I know if I hit a woman, if I hit her with all of my strength, then it'll be bad. I know if a woman hit me with all of her strength, it'll probably be bad, but it won't be as bad as me hitting them because physically we are stronger than women. Like, that's just something y'all have to get through y'all mind. Physically, men are stronger than women. Unless a woman just work out every single day and she just trying to get to that level. But if she's not a bodybuilder, if she's not, you know what I'm saying, if it's just a regular male and a regular female, that male is more equipped for war. With that being said, it's a lot of women that I know. They'll get abused, they'll get slapped, beat, this, that, and the third. But they're doing it as well. And so with that being said, not every man is going to be like me. Not every man is going to not hit you. If you hit a man and it's uncalled for, he may hit you. He may shoot you. He may very well shoot you. With that being said, stop playing the victim card. Stop being for males and females. Stop playing the victim card. Do not play the victim card. Look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror. Also, with relationships, communication. You have to communicate. No matter what it is, you must communicate about everything. Have a conversation. Take time. Take time out the month, once a week, once 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. Take a conversation and be like, how's this relationship going? How do you feel? Honestly, 100%. How do you feel? Do you want to be in this relationship? Do you want to keep it going? What are we doing right? What are we doing wrong? What do we need to fix? What do we need to do? Do we need to hang out more? Do we need to spread apart more? Do we need to stop being clingy? Communicate. Communication is key. If you can't communicate, your relationship is going to be horrible. I know most times it'll be somebody in a relationship. One wants to communicate. The other one just wants to dip off, not say anything. You can't do that. It takes two to tango. With that being said, since it takes two to tango, y'all got to work out y'all problems together. Y'all have to work out y'all problems together. Another thing with relationship, stop holding sex to a high esteem. Stop holding sex and stop holding looks to a high esteem. It's the looks that attract you. It's the personality that keeps you. That being said, you have to love the personality. You have to love the personality before you could be in a real full relationship. Because it's like this, right? Imagine y'all and y'all, 60s, 70s, 80s. Them looks are fading away. Them looks fading away. What you got left? If you with somebody who just very beautiful, but no personality, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And then that's the same thing with this. How you gonna have sex with somebody you can't even have a conversation with? You gonna have sex with somebody that you don't even enjoy like that. You just doing stuff at that point. Stop holding sex to a high esteem. Sex is cool. We all love sex. You know what I'm saying? Sex feel good. You know what I'm saying? But don't hold it up to a high esteem like that. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. You could procreate. You could, you know what I'm saying? You could create a human being from it. But do not hold it to a high esteem. Women, y'all do it all the time. Y'all do a lot of times, and I hate to say this, but a lot of times, let me try not to step on any toes with this. Tell me if I step on any toes with this. A lot of times, a woman in a relationship, all she offers is sex on the table. True or false? True or false? Why are you whispering? You want to talk for anything else, but you...
I guess there's some people, but it can be vice versa as well.
Yeah, it can be. It can be vice versa. It can be vice versa, but a lot of times it's females. A lot of times it's females. Because I know a lot of guys, they may not have nothing. They may not offer nothing but sex and goals and a car. Sex, goals, and a car. All they got. I know it's females. They don't have no car. They don't have no goals, no ambitions. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't in school. They don't have no money. They don't have no job. They don't have nothing. When you're like that, what do you offer? No personality either. What do you offer? No job. No job. No, you're not in school. No ambitions. No goals. No advice. No wisdom. You're not trying to learn none of that. Sex. That's all you offer. And when it's like that, do not hold sex to a high esteem. Do not let the looks of a person be your final, like, what's the word? Like, the selling point for you to get with a person. Because you'll end up mad. You'll end up mad with your decision. With women, I want y'all to use y'all intuition. God gave y'all intuition. With that being said, intuition is a lot of times correct. A lot of times correct. I'm not going to say it's 100% correct, but a lot of times it's correct. That gut feeling that you get, pay attention to it. If you feel iffy about someone, gut feeling. Now, also, and this is centered towards the women as well. Nah, men too. Y'all friends, watch y'all friends. Watch y'all friends. Do not let y'all friends persuade your decision in a relationship, to end it, to be with somebody, do not let your friends persuade it. Because depending on what friends you have, they may be bitter, they may be jealous, they may be whatever. And they'll tell you, don't get with that person. Nah, don't get with that person. And they won't have a valid reason behind it. Watch your friends. It's some friends who will encourage you to get with this person, knowing that they promiscuous, that they be around, that they do this, that, and the third, and they just want to see you downward spiral. You know what I'm saying? With relationships, it's a lot of things that you got to look out for. I could be making this video for hours and hours and hours. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make this part 1 because I don't want the video to go for too long. All right, one thing that I forgot to mention, I don't want to miss out on any point. Like I said, I'm gonna do a part 2 to this, but Grace Kemya, she was like, explain the consequences of loving someone. The consequences of loving someone. Hold up, is it centered?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any ideas? Consequences of loving somebody?
Thinking with your heart and not your head.
Thinking with your heart and not your head. Now, which head are you talking about? Think with, hold up. You saying to think with your heart and not your head, or think with your head and not your heart?
Think with your head and not your heart.
Yeah, think with your head and not your heart. The consequences of loving somebody. Now, you got to realize something. The word love gets thrown around in this generation like a damn football. Excuse my French. But it get thrown around like a football. People will say I love you and only talk to you for 2-3 days. That I don't understand. It just dilutes the word, and it just makes the word less valuable. When somebody tells you I love you, that word is supposed to mean something. It's supposed to be like, dang, for real? Like, if somebody tell me I love you nowadays, I'm gonna be like, okay. Because the word is so diluted. It's so boiled down to nothing. Gotta realize something. If you genuinely love somebody, if somebody hurts you, you still love them. Because if you have unconditional love for somebody, look at your parent. Even though this is a different type of love, look at the love for your parents. The love from your parents to you. It's unconditional. Depending on your parents, no matter what you do, they're going to always love you and they're going to always care for you. It's like that if you love somebody. No matter what they do, if they play you, whatever they do, you're going to still love them. And I know 50% to 75 and up, y'all going to say, nah, if somebody play me, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I don't love them. I hate them. And it's like, nope. If you love somebody, it's unconditional. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if somebody play you this, that, and the third, just because you love somebody don't mean that you got to be with them or near them. You could love them from a distance. But if you love somebody, even if they play you or they do you wrong, you're going to still love them. Consequences of loving somebody. It's a lot of consequences because you'll do stupid things. Stupid things when you in love. You will do stupid things that you never thought of doing before. You'll go to the lengths if you love somebody. Somebody could be abusing you and you will still stay with them because you love them and you got that connection and you feel like you'll never have that connection with somebody again. Loving somebody is almost like you being on a leash. you being on a leash. No matter how many times you try to walk away over there, no matter how many times you try to walk over there, you're on that leash. You can't go because you love them. That's why you find the right person. Me, like I said in episode either 2 or 1, I believe in God. I'm a Christian. I'm saved. I believe that I can pray for my God-given spouse and find my soulmate. Whether I have it right now or I'll have it in the future. I feel like I have my God-given spouse like that. That being said, being in love won't be a problem for me. Because if that's who I'm supposed to be with, then that's who I'm supposed to be with. You get what I'm saying? Now, for the people who aren't like me, it's a lot of trial and error out here. You know? You'll fall in love with somebody and the whole time they just faking. Because that's what manipulative, toxic people do. They'll put on a mask. And then as soon as y'all seal the deal, y'all get married, you love them or whatever, they'll flip. They'll be an a-hole. They'll just flip completely. The consequences of love is very, what's the word? Threatening. Very threatening. If you love somebody, it's very threatening. That's why you watch who you're around, you watch who you're in relationships with, you watch who you're talking to. Because it's very threatening. It's threatening to your life, honestly. It's threatening to your mental health, your depression, emotional health. The consequences of love. I got cotton mouth. But yeah, the consequences of love is very fatal. You will love somebody so much. You will do anything. You'll go into your bank account, give them money out of your own, and you're struggling. You'll do this. You'll put whatever you got to do to the side for them. And me personally, I feel like if I'm not married to this person or we don't have just a strong bond like that, I'm not going to do all that. Like I said, it takes a lot for me to say I love you and to love you. Because I look at multiple different areas of your life. And to be honest, it's a feeling too. When you love somebody, you'll know. Because you want to lay your life down for somebody you love. Now, for the people out here watching this video and y'all love somebody, right? Are you willing to lay your life down for that person? If you're not willing to lay your life down for that person, do you truly love them? If a car was to come, you going to run in front, push them out the way? You don't really love them then. You don't love them. You may have a strong like for them, but the consequences of love is so fatal. Love can kill. Love can kill you because you'll do whatever. You'll take a bullet for somebody, you'll do whatever. Consequences of love is a lot. That's why you pay attention to who you loving. You pay attention to who you use that word on. And no, that word means power. If you love somebody, you got to mean it. Don't just be saying it. That being said, I'm out.
You think this is reality? How about I hook you with my staff like you meeting the faculty? A casualty, casually happening to bring you back into your consciousness, your mind state. The phrase fake, awake.